Judy, Letta, I need to know who you are. I'm over here to clarify something right now. Michelle, I just had a live shared with me of Ricers and KK recording it, them asking Ricer questions, what happened between us. And he told the truth all the way to the end. Coco, who's Judy? Just a girl? Diana, listen to this shit. Listen to this, Diana. I'm gonna play this real quick. You guys can hear it.
Because it doesn't have a title. And your ass on it.
This is
It
Ricer.
doesn't have a title. And he decided to buy it anyways. So he wasted his own money on it. And I was actually very interested in the bike. Even though it didn't have a title, I thought, well, if the bike's good enough for him, it'll be good enough for me. So I gave him $700 for it in cash. And the agreement was you pay me back when you're done riding it or give the bike to me. And that bike, he didn't even have it very long, and something happened to it where the wires melted and he couldn't get it to run. So he traded it for a Yamaha Zuma, and he was actually going to give me that Yamaha Zuma. And then the motor actually blew out on him, and I thought, well, he'll eventually get something different, pay me back that way.
What I'm getting at with this, I'm gonna continue to play this in a minute. I'm gonna continue to play this in a minute. What I'm getting at this is people want to be in a spotlight, okay? And I like showing people what I know, what I'm capable of, what I want to do. But he wanted in the spotlight too, and he couldn't get in the spotlight like I was. Is what this goes to. But we'll finish this. I'm gonna continue playing this, and you guys might understand this. I'm sure the haters that are already in here are gonna do what they got to do. I'm not worried about what they got to say, but this blows my mind right here.
Well, he'll eventually get something different, pay me back that way, or just pay me $700 cash when he's got the chance. But over a period of time, found out what he was making and figured with everything adding up to what he purchases, he could have paid me off a long time ago, and he chose not to. But I can tell you, when he does pay me, if he decides to pay me, I'll forgive him for that. But until then, I want nothing to do with him, and I don't even care what he goes through. Anything that happens to him, don't care. But once he squares me away, he'll be all right. But I ain't gonna loan him any money anymore. So I have better friends than him who told me, don't do it, don't trust him. And in years past, he did me right, but he hasn't here recently, so I cut ties with him.
You'll understand in a minute. He goes on to talk about it's nothing to do no more with that. So Ricer, he's a hit and miss friend. He's been for years. Okay, we fell apart. I moved away from Herman, got into a relationship, got into another relationship. You know, I had to continue on my life until 7 years ago. For a few years, I didn't talk to Ricer. Okay, me and Ricer, you know, would hang out every once in a while, go ride motorcycles, whatever. You know, once or twice a year. Ricer's always tried to push me onto YouTube because Ricer's been doing YouTube for a while because of what I do, what I know, other creators like me that just go fucking far. I'm not saying I'm good as them. I'm not saying I'm better than them or they're better than me. That's not what I'm saying. There's always somebody out there smarter and knows something else. But I didn't want nothing to do with social media, and I finally did. Anyway, to backtrack that, where he's talking about, when I was in treatment, I had a guy there in treatment with me that had his crotch rocket that had no title, and I bought the crotch rocket. I bought it. I knew it wasn't stolen. Put a plate on the back of it. Was using it to get from point A to point B. Get back and forth to work means transportation. You got to do what you got to do when it comes down to it. I get pulled over, then I got to suffer the consequences. That's what it comes down to. Anyway, he wanted the motorcycle because it was a little motorcycle. It was a little fucking 300 fucking R3 is what it was, Yamaha. And I had problems with the bike, one after another, after another, after another, after another. Wiring problems, ignition problems. I got tired of sinking money into it, and I had a guy that wanted to trade a two-stroke 250 or a two-stroke 50cc Yamaha Zuma for the bike. I had a title with the Zuma. I didn't have time to waste putting more money into this motorcycle. I had to be at work the next day, 30 miles away. I ended up putting like 10,000 miles on this fucking two-stroke Zuma in like 4 months. God bless it. I got, you know, lot of fucking miles out of this fucking Zuma. Anyway, so when I bought the crotch rocket, Ricer wanted it. He came down to the treatment that I was in, says, here's, it wasn't 700, it was 800 bucks for what I paid for the bike. Here's this, get the tires and this and that. When you're done with the bike, he goes, I want the motorcycle. Because he wanted a crotch rocket, but he wanted something small like that because he was scared with something that got his ass behind it. Because even though you got the power there, you don't got to use it. He don't know that. So anyway, long story short, when we get back in the social media part, when I finally get on TikTok and I take off, he's just intrigued. And he's starting to come around more, come around more, come around more. And I know why he's coming around more, okay? I'm good at seeing through bullshit. Now, did he bring me food last year? Of course he did a couple times. Him and his daughters and us hang out, but I can see through the bullshit. Now, you guys believe what you want to believe. That man got paid back tenfold. You believe what you want to believe. I don't give a fuck. But for him to say that at this point in time tells you who he is. You guys do what you want to do. I don't got nothing to lie about. I got nothing to lose. And I knew even talking over here, it was going to be all the negativity, the fucking bullshit, the same fucking people. He does. Go watch his content. Go help him grow. Leave me the fuck alone. You guys are sickening. Well, it should have ended it back when I was with my son's mom. It's when it should have ended my friendship with him. It really should have. If he's gonna go dirty like that, I'll go dirty. When I got child endangerment for riding my stepson on the fucking 660 Raptor through a farmer's field for trespassing, I also got child endangerment out of that because he didn't have a helmet on. I had to do 5 days in the county jail. Well, you know why I'm in county jail. You know what Ricer was trying to do, right? He was trying to fuck my son's mom. You made it home, Diana? Back to your daughters? Yeah, we had somebody in the live actually earlier was asking where you were. I think it was Grace. I told her you'd be home any second. So whatever you're doing to get the Ricer to get him to talk this kind of shit, I don't see him really kind of talking this shit without there's something to gain with you guys manipulating shit, fucking with his head. I know he's a weak mind person. He showed that over the summer. I know you've had a long day. I'm just here to tell you, you guys are evil. And it does and this is my prime example. I pray to God that I can nail your guys' asses to the cross to make you fucking pay for what you do to me and what you do to other creators. I promise, I hope I got the nail and somebody is holding a spike. Fucking sickening motherfuckers. Follow this man around. Follow this man around. Harass this man. Harass him. Harass him. Harass him. All right, conversation's over. Live's over. I'm not going to sit here and look at the screen with my people not talking. There's nothing else to talk about for real. Good night, Diana.